they practically picked out when I was not in the mood to look. It was the dress that Summer wanted, but they said it looked 10 times better with my hair and eye color. It is a sweetheart neckline with silver crystals all over the bust area, down to my waist, going down to the ground, with a slit that comes up to my knee on the right side. Next, we get Summer ready with her bright pink dress that looks similar to mine, but stops at her knees with a flare. Dawn is last with her black dress, a full princess style, with sequins all over it from top to bottom. We all stand at the mirror, giving ourselves one last look, over-touching our faded makeup, before starting to walk out the door. Chance opens the door with his mouth open to speak, as I have my hand on the knob, turning it. 0. Well, damn. His eyes roam all three of us. I was going to tell you it was time to leave, but all of you are ready. I like it when people have a scheduled life, as I do, where it is easy like this. Duh. He steps away from the door and points down the hall. Summer and Dawn, you two must go to the ballroom when we get close. She will be placed in the parlor until time to be announced. We all start walking down the hall, heading down the steps. I have this uneasy feeling again that someone is watching me from somewhere. Flicking my eyes all over the place, a shadow moves away as we get halfway down the steps. 0. Chance, did you see that pointing down the hall where the shadow came from? 0. See what he looks around? There was a shadow that moved when we got to right here, stopping on the step. 0. He rushes down the steps and disappears down the hall where I pointed. He comes back within a few seconds, shaking his head. Must have been a party goer or something. There was no one there. 0. Continuing on our path, I still have the pricking of my skin with the hair standing on its ends. The girls split off as he escorted me into the parlor to wait for the others. As I walk in, Justin's sisters' voices tell me they are talking with each other as their heads turn to look at me. Great, this is not what I need right now. To have his sisters bombarding me with all their questions. I smile, slowly, moving to the side of the room and looking around. Glancing over my shoulder, they start toward me with the biggest smiles. How are you this evening, Sky? Becky walks up to me with a bright smile. 0. Dropping my hand where it was resting on the frame of the painting that it was tracing. I am slowly getting better now that all of the secrets are out in the open. 0. She nods her head. Yeah, we have heard about all the ups and downs that you have been through. I am glad you are here with our brother. He has been stressing, trying to find a mate, but did not want to be paired off like Mom and Dad were. He has always wanted that true connection with the one who was intended to be with him for life. She is wearing a knee-length white dress, covered with pink sequins that turn colors as she moves. 0. Jessica has a floor-length baby blue dress with blue sequins and diamonds in the center of each sequin. She looks over from her seated position on the couch. She plopped down on it after they started walking towards me. I don't understand why it had to be a human that caught our brother's attention. It is not common with our kind to be mated with someone who is not powerful. Her snarky voice growls. 0. I go to open my mouth, but Becky beats me to it. Jess, that was rude. We can't help whom the gods pair us with regarding mates. You need to be happy. He found his mate. But you are going unescorted tonight, and that is not her fault. That does not mean you can lash out at her with your sourness. You had better watch your mouth with my mate, sis. Justin walks across the room, pulling me into his arms. You are making a repulsive comment about my future wife, where she will be your future queen. She snarls, turning her head away from us. Becky lays her hand on my arm gently. Don't pay her any mind. She is mad because her date dumped her for another one he claimed to be his mate this morning. We both know it was a lie because he wants to get into someone's bed for the night, where she is unwilling to go that far. Oh, looking at her, I smile in a friendly way. That is a good choice in the long run. There is no need to go to bed with someone because that is what they want at the time. Running around with different people is not the way to find the person with whom you may want to spend the rest of your life. If she wants to save herself for whoever her future husband is, there is no shame in that choice. Oh, Justin stiffens behind me, but chuckles as he kisses my neck. You are a minx talking like that. Are you poking fun at me, Zero? Turning around in his arms. The smile on my face shows how much I am teasing. Well, there are ways to take care of that without following someone to their bed. He throws his head back, laughing hard. Now I know you are poking fun at me. If you get a punishment later for that, don't blame me. He steps back, looking over my dress as his eyes slowly take in every detail. You look breathtaking tonight. I know you were told that earlier, when I came to talk to you before the ball, but seeing you in this dress makes it much better. Zero. Becky gasps as she throws her hand over her mouth. Justin, you saw her before the ball. Were you just that desperate to see her before she was dressed? He looks over at her. No, something came up that I had to take care of. Chance called me where it was necessary to go into her room beforehand. Zero. Jessica snorts, turning around on the couch. Yeah, right. Big Brother was trying to get into her bed before the announcement. I smelled you all over her brother. So how was it with your future wife, Zero? He growls before fading across the room and standing at her. Within seconds, watch your words with me. You are on fragile ice right now with how you are talking about her. She looks up, dropping her head, noticing his eyes swirling with anger. He stands with his hands clenched, not moving until she stands up, turning towards me. I am sorry, Sky. My sour mood has upset me about how this evening is going. I am not usually like this, but it is hard not having a date tonight, so please excuse my behavior. Ew. Looking up at Justin, who still has a snarl on his lips, while a low growl emanates from his chest, I walk over to her, laying my hand on her shoulder. Don't worry about it. I understand heartbreak pretty well. My heart was shattered before I arrived here yesterday. Your brother has been putting it back together, and I am still trying to put that last few pieces in place. But he has been a huge help in mending it. Her head snaps up to me. You mean someone hurt you? My brother has not torn them limb for limb yet, Zero. Flicking my eyes toward him, before looking back, I nod. Yes, it was to the point where I almost killed myself. But my friends saved me from that dark hole that I fell into. I would be delighted to talk to you about it at another time, if you would like. Your brother and I discussed it briefly, and what happened in the past. Zero. A small smile crawls across her face slowly. Maybe you are not as bad as I thought you were. There were rumors around the palace that you were a stuck-up human, who thought she was better than us. Laughing at the statement, I can assure you that the rumor is untrue. My attitude may have sent some wrong signals when I arrived yesterday, since I was very unhappy about coming to this party. I was in a dark place, trying to find the light at the end of a very long tunnel, so when I got here, my head stayed down, and my attitude was not the best. Your brother has been helping with all that for me. When I did not think there was any chance for my happiness, again, it was all changed by his patience and being there by my side, but not pushing me to do anything I didn't want to do. Becky steps up, laying a hand on my shoulder. I told you we needed to get to know who she was first. People have a bad habit of looking at someone while making up their own opinion of who they are, especially here in the castle. You know how things get twisted out of context around here. Justin smiles as he steps back behind me, holding each side of my hips. You know, someone who may look like a stuck-up person does not always mean that sister, you of all people, should know better than that, Zero. She looks at the three of us nodding. I apologize for my quick assumption of who you were to us. Please forgive me. I hope we can become friends in the future, Zero. Stepping forward with my hand out for her to shake, I forgive you for that. I hope we can become friends. So if there is anything you need to know about me, please ask. I am an open book on most things in my life. Zero. She takes it as her smile gets a little bigger. Thank you, Sky. You are a good soul that might have been sour at once, but now I think all bitterness has faded. I can see how much my brother adores you. We can tell you all kinds of stories about us growing up. He leans down, whispering, more than I could ever show you. Please don't listen to their gossip about my upbringing. They have been known to elaborate on things. Zero. The doors open as their parents walk in, smiling. Good afternoon, everyone. Ready to get this awesome party on the road. It will be a long but hectic afternoon for you two. His dad points at us. Have you gone over what will happen this evening yet, son? Justin comes up beside me. Not yet. I arrived a few minutes ago. Sky, we will be announced into the ball in a few minutes. You will need to sit at the front table with us to my left. Your place has been set up for you. After dinner and the cake, we will go to the middle of the floor sometime during the night to announce our engagement if my dad does not change his mind about how it will be handled. Zero. His dad walks over with a box in his hand. This is the family crest that the intended wife of the crowned prince will wear until they are married. It shows everyone that you and he are engaged and basically off the market. If anyone pursues either of you trying to get you to break that engagement, their life lands in the hands of the future spouse. For example, if you have someone going after you who will not back off once they see this ring, Justin decides that person's fate and what happens with their life. The same is true for you with him. If someone goes after him, their life is determined by what you decide for them. Whether it be a punishment or their death, that will be for you to choose. Zero. Handing the box to Justin, he turns to me, opening the dark blue velvet box. Sky, I know all of this has been a whirlwind for you, but please accept this ring as my commitment to you as my mate. His finger plucks the solid gold ring with weird vines running along the edge. In the middle is a cherub and all the different flowers carved into the hall doors. Picking up my left hand and laying it in his, he slowly slides the ring onto my finger. I accept your commitment to me as my mate and pledge my commitment to you as your mate. 0. He freezes as the ring gets to the bottom of my finger. You know the commitment pledge I see. 0. Smiling a little. I did learn some things before I came here, Justin. I don't have the bloodline of a vampire or werewolf, but that does not mean that we don't study things about traditions. 0. His eyes meet mine, and a smile comes over his face. I am glad you took your studies to heart. It lets everyone know that you pay attention to things that may not be needed. 0. There is a knock on the door, and a gentleman opens it slowly, looking at the king. Your Majesty, it is time for the ball to begin. Are you ready for the introductions? He looks back at all of us before nodding. Yes, we are now ready. 0. As we walk out to the closed doors outside the parlor, Justin offers me his arm. Closing my eyes, my lungs take in a massive breath before slowly releasing it, and my eyes open to what is about to happen. My arm tightens around his a little as the doors are flung open for the announcements. His parents are announced first, before the sisters. Finally, it is our turn as he looks down at me and gives my temple a quick kiss. My fingers are digging into his arm. 0. Relax, baby. You will be fine. And this is about to be your life, now that you are at my side, he whispers, as we both step up to the door. The man at the door looks over at Justin, who nods slightly, announcing His Highness, Prince Justin, with his escort, Princess Skylar Everly. 0. If a pen could have dropped in that room, it would have sounded after that announcement. All heads swing towards us with looks of shock or hatred from tons of women, but amusement from men, as he guides me through the door towards the table at the front of the room. I feel tons of eyes boring holes into me as we walk past, while people drop their heads, coming back up after we have passed. He helps me up the steps to the table, pulls my chair out, and allows me to sit down. After we are seated, everyone in the room takes their seat. My eyes landed on my friends, smiling with huge grins at me, while other women growled or looked at me like they could tear me apart with their eyes. Taylor is sitting beside her dad, glaring at me, with her bright brown eyes slowly turning black the more she sneers. The king stands up, looking around at the place. Thank you for attending my son's 500th birthday this afternoon. Please enjoy the food prepared for everyone here on this important day in our son's future, where he will take the next step in his life according to the laws of our kind. There will be some announcements later this evening concerning him, so please plan to stick around for those in a few hours. 0. The place erupts into huge, thunderous applause, while hundreds of women flash their smiles at Justin. He looks over the crowd, smiling, but the smile does not reach his eyes, as each woman looks at him with hopefulness and lust mixed in their eyes. He leans over to me, whispering, "These women are hoping I will choose one of them tonight. You can see how they throw these looks at you, which are not nice, but very hopeful towards me. Don't worry. They will all be heartbroken after our engagement is announced to everyone in this room tonight. He chuckles as he looks over the floor at women giving small waves and smiles as his eyes lock with theirs. 0. Sorrow. How many people know about your ring that is required for you to give to the future wife, placing my hand under the table, hiding it temporarily? Some know what the signature ring means. Others will not know what is on your hand. Exactly how did you know the commitment speech? His brow is arched slightly. 0. Noah made me memorize it when he gave me his family's ring, showing that I would be his choice for Luna. We were only a month away when Jasmine showed up, taking all that away. He had turned 17, becoming of age to choose his mate if he wanted, so he was going to throw a huge party where the speech would go public, twisting the ring slowly with my finger. Let me ask you something that has been on my mind as plates are set down on our dinner mats. If for some reason we had met a few years later and this mate thing showed itself, how would you have handled that, Arrow? That would all depend if he had changed me, marking me as his Luna. As Chance said, your kind doesn't do a pairing with wolves, so I don't know how all of that would have worked out. He was going to turn me this summer after we both graduated high school. Both of us would have claimed the roles that we were going to take from his parents, looking down at the massive plate of food that is steaming as the scent enters my nose, making my mouth water. 0. He looks at me, pulling my chin to him. I think we would have been a vampire and wolf couple unless his feelings took over, where your mate bond is supposed to draw you to me. Sometimes, after a person is connected to their mate, the bond snaps with the person who should have been the true one. Maybe him meeting her at such a young age was the gods working their magic so that we could find each other. Blushing at his words, maybe. I am glad we found each other. You have taken my shattered heart, gluing back the missing pieces, never to return. My friends will be very appreciative of you for bringing the old sky back. His smile stretches wide. I am looking forward to seeing this old person that went missing. The girl I met was timid, but had her emotions bottled up in a cage so tightly that even an iron bar could not break it. To see what you used to be like is going to be a nice adventure with you, 0. I was outgoing, strong-willed, and very adventurous, looking up into his soft eyes. Are you sure a man of your age can keep up with a young, spirited girl, 0? He laughs, throwing his head back, his sparkling eyes returning to mine. Oh, the challenge is on. So he turns towards his plate, taking bites, as I do the same. Becky is on my left as she taps my shoulder. I tell you what my brother has changed since he met you. He hated parties like this and never laughed at or enjoyed being at any of them. The way he looks at you is like our parents do. It is the first time he has relaxed at one of these functions where I have seen him in a good mood. He was always uptight, trying to rush through them, to return to work, or seek out the next quest he was chasing. 0. Justin leans over with a low voice. We don't talk about my past, Becky. Both of us have agreed to that. Ooh. She giggles, grabbing my hand. I will tell you about anything you want to know another time. I have so much dirt on my brother that he will not look like the perfect gentleman when I am done talking about him. He growls low in his chest, but I let out a small snort before covering my mouth. He pulls on my arm. I promise you, I came out in a 3-piece suit, the perfect child, and never having any teenage years. They sent me off to a school making sure I was the perfect prince, but brought in an imposter who played my role while I was gone. I am the one chuckling now. I will take you up on that, Becky. To know the inside information of a small Justin running through the halls, causing all kinds of chaos, will be so funny. He huffs behind me, poking my back gently. Don't you dare, Becky. I don't want my past getting in the way of our future. Looking around at him, I want to know all about you. If you ask my friends, can give you all kinds of embarrassing moments about me. You might have had 482 years on me, but that does not mean what I learn about you will change my perspective. It would be fun getting to know what you were like before my presence made all those waves calm down. He lets out a long sigh. Does it matter what I was like before we met? Laying a hand on his arm. I don't have to know about whom you chased, took to bed, or anything like that. I want to know what you were like before this role took over, making you this man who molded the prince into what he is like now. He rolls his eyes, looking at his sister. Fine, but I am setting parameters on what you can tell her. We both smile at him as he lets out a small groan and goes back to his food. I sit there, chatting with Becky for most of the meal, except when he asks a question or needs to tell me something. Finally, dessert comes out, and a massive piece of chocolate cake is placed at my spot. He is glancing out of the corner of his eyes, looking at me. How did you know this was one of my favorite things, looking at the massive piece covering most of my plate? I heard you yesterday when you were confused about getting the cheesecake. Dawn said she hadn't ordered for you. I wanted to make sure you got it tonight at this dinner, he says, holding a big piece in front of him. Letting the smile show that I know he wants to see. Thank you so much. It should be the other way around, however. You should be the one who is getting all of the surprises and things that you like. It does not matter that it is my birthday. I got what my search has been leading me to find for the last 200 years. The peace of knowing that my mate is found, willing to take on this role with me and to sit beside me right now. That is the best birthday gift anyone could give me on this day. You made my dreams come true, like I was hoping for. He takes my hand, kissing it gently. As he does, I hear some growls in the room. His eyes snap up, looking around at all the women staring at us. They quickly look away as his gaze hardens at them. I shake my head slightly, knowing that women will be eyeing him our whole life after we are married. He is exceptionally handsome, and any woman would drool wanting to be on his arm. We go back to eating the cake on our plates, finishing it before the dancing begins. After we finished our dessert, the band took their places on the side stage in the ballroom to start with the music. Workers come in clearing the tables as people trickle through the ballroom's double doors. Justin stands up, offering me his hand. I think it is time for us to take the first dance tonight. His sparkling eyes meet mine. Slowly raising my hand to his, he helps me out of the chair, holding on to my hand as we walk through the doors with the crowd and into the middle of the floor. The musicians pick up their bows while others have their instruments ready to start their concert for the night so the guests can have fun dancing to their tunes. They begin as Justin wraps his hand around my waist, holding my other in his hand, pulling me close to him and keeping me securely. We start moving around the floor as the music sweeps over the room. As we twirl around the floor, I can hear muttering from all the women standing on the side as they watch us go through the first dance together. Why is he dancing with a human? He should be dancing with me. A lady in a silver dress huffed. 0. Another lady snarls. Who is this person? Before tonight, no one here had ever seen her. What did he do? Go to another kingdom to snatch her for the night? 0. I try not to listen, but it is hard not to when another woman's voice rings through my ears. He brought her here to make all of us jealous. She will be heartbroken when he announces his pick for the future queen. 0. Looking up at him, I see his smile is worth 1,000 gold pieces. Why are you smiling so big? Does all of this make you that happy? 0. His chuckle vibrates my chest as he leans down. This entire night has made me happy, love. No words can describe how ecstatic I am with you being here, with me at my side, showing all these women who you are right now. Furrowing my brow, I want to ask him about earlier. Should I? Did they find out who put that note in my room? He looks down at my expression. What are you thinking about so hard? 0. I don't know if this is the time to ask about earlier. I was wondering if anything was found out about what happened speaking in a quiet voice. They are still working on it. I will be notified when they find something. His voice is a little harsh, but he keeps the words light. We bow to each other when the song ends before walking off the floor. I head to the drink table to grab something since my throat is dry now. Summer slides up beside me as my hand picks up a glass with a red punch. No. So what is it like being the envy of every woman in this room, grabbing a glass herself? 0. This is a little nerve-wracking in a way. All these women giving me hate looks while growling or muttering as we pass, taking a long sip. 0. She snorts. You should be used to that by now, girl. Remember when you and Noah first got together? How all the girls in the pack growled at you for months. How jealous they were that you were the one who landed him. But no matter what they tried, he never turned his head. 0. That seems so long ago. However, this is slightly different. I mean, look at all these women who preen of beauty. Some look like they just stepped out of a magazine where their photo shoot only ended a few seconds ago. I can't compare to them in no fashion, nodding to a lady now talking to him. She grabs my arm, looking at me. That does not matter to him. You don't fully understand the mate pull. I don't either, but from what my parents have told me, it is a force unlike any other. Even if all these women were walking around here naked, he would not bat an eye at them. The bond would not let his heart stray from you, even if a woman tried to pin him down, taking advantage of him. I see you have his family's ring on your finger. That right there is enough to show you that he will never leave or betray you in any way. An auburn-colored hair lady, who is dressed in the most delicate green silk, walks up to us at the table. Good evening, ladies. Princess Sky. If I am not mistaken, her eyes roam over my dress. Zero. Yes, ma'am. Who might you be looking at this lady, about the same age as Justin's parents? Moo. She waves her hand. No one to be worried about right now, but there is a message you will hear from me. My spine snaps straight as my hands start to tremble. I spill some liquid. What are you talking about? Her black eyes pierce mine. I would advise you not to go through with this announcement tonight. You are the lost princess of the Poinsett Bridge Kingdom. Thomas is on his way to take back what rightfully belongs to him. There will be dire consequences if you go through with the engagement tonight. Taking a step back, hitting the table gently, it was you who put that note on my bag. She tinkles a laugh, out guilty as charged. It was a warning, which I hope you take very seriously. How did you get into my room without anyone seeing you? Taking another step away from this woman who is sending off mighty waves of hatred. So that is my secret. But the people who are looking to track me down will not find anything to use against me. She takes a step forward, looking at me again, sending fear skittering down my back as she clamps down on my arm. This is your final warning, Sky. Call this off right now and return home where you belong. You are destined to be the queen where you come from. Your destiny must be fulfilled. Your parents were cowards to run away from what they were supposed to handle, raising you to be his queen, not to run away, handing you over to another. Summer growls, grabbing her hand, but it goes through like a ghost. What the? She continues to talk as if nothing happened. If you are not home by tomorrow, all hell will be brought down on you, Sky. Everyone you love, care for, or are in your life will suffer beyond your imagination. She takes one more step towards me, ensuring that her eyes swirl with red flames lapping around the edges. Justin is by my side, grabbing her hand and yanking it off my arm. How dare you come here like this? You are not invited into my home now or ever. She lets out an evil laugh, almost like a witch cackling. She is to come home where she belongs. She has until sunset tomorrow to return to her rightful place by his side. I was giving her a final warning. Justin growls, waving his hand at her, making a scream emerge out of her mouth as a vast black portal opens, making her figure wiggle before disinforming into smoke and being sucked into the black hole. He claps his hands together, holding his palm up with the black hole. His hand waves in small circles, making a small glass box appear, dropping the black portal and slamming the lid hard. As he takes it, the portal remains in the box, setting it down on the table. That stupid bitch, he growls out. Thinking she could come into my home, threaten you like that. Trying to use her power on you to make sure he got what his mind thinks is his. So my body is now shaking uncontrollably. Who was that? His mother. She is a powerful vampire who can compel people's minds to do her bidding. If I had not felt her presence, she would have succeeded in making you go back to your old kingdom, he spits out. Summer is still looking at the box. My hand went right through her when I tried to grab it. She was not here in a full body form. She can make herself appear where she wants to be, looking like a real person, but not here in the body. He points to the box as some men come over to the table. Take that to the holding area. Ensure it is secure in the spell-blocking box. 0. They nod, taking off with the box in their hands. How could you grab her? My eyes look up at him. 0. With me being a powerful royal, I could reach through her link with you, allowing me to take her hand off you. That box put a block on her, so she can't get back into the palace again. Knowing he was coming for you, I should have realized that she would attempt something like this to get you out of the kingdom. He can't come in since he was exiled from here. But if you go outside the boundaries of the land, he can get his hands on you, laying a hand on mine, interlocking our fingers. 0. Still shaking, he wraps his arms around me, tightly, pulling me towards him. Laying my head on his chest, my ear listens to his slow heartbeat, calming my body down as the trembling slowly vanishes. Justin, what if she was right? She said that if I go through with this, everyone I love or care for will suffer. As tears spring to my eyes. 0. He steps back, looking at me, pulling my chin up. It is an empty threat, love. Everyone here is safe within the walls of this kingdom. She said that trying to get you to comply with what she wanted you to do, if she could scare you enough, her link would have made that fear come true, to where you would have fled, trying to keep them safe. She was the one who made the note. She admitted it was her, and we would not find anything to link it to her either. My hands lay in his, gently now. He nods. His mother appeared in your room without cameras, did what she wanted, and then disappeared. I matched a faint scent lingering in your room, but it did not match anyone here. The scent I smelt when she appeared confirmed what I smelt in your room. Looking down at the table where the box was. Are you sure she will not be back? I don't want to be attacked in my sleep. Oh, he pulls me back into a light embrace. I promise that bitch is not able to come back into these walls again. The portal she was using sucked her back through to where now it is locked away with a spell blocker where she can't come back through any portal again to harass you. Taking a step back and grabbing another drink off the table, I down it quickly, trying to help with all the nerves, now very unsettled by what just happened. Justin tucks me into his side, walking me back to the floor. Come, let's dance some more. It will help take your mind off what just happened. Ew. He sweeps me out on the floor, helping me float across it, spinning me out, and coming back into his arms. After a few rounds going over the dance floor, I laugh, smile, and enjoy my time with him as my mind forgets the events that made me tremble so severely. After another hour of dancing some with my friends or other gentlemen who had asked me to dance, while Justin entertained some ladies with a single dance, only the king steps up onto the small stage brought in for the announcement. Raising his hands to get everyone quiet, he lowers them to his sides. 0. I want to thank everyone who has come this evening, again to celebrate our son who turned 500 today. With the laws that we abide by, he is required to either take a mate by tonight or announce the ones who are eligible to become his wife if he so chooses. We hear women everywhere squealing along with huge sighs. The floor will now be turned over to my son for his announcement. 0. He squeezes my hand, gently, dropping it as he walks up there with his dad. Dawn, along with Summer, slid in beside me with huge smiles. Are you ready for the life you know will be changed forever? Dawn whispers in my ear. So Summer reaches down, wrapping her hand around my wrist. Both of us are so happy you found love again, Sky. You are finally coming out of your shell, letting everyone see the girl we have waited to see again for a long time. Smiling at both of them, I side-hug the girls quickly. I could not have done any of this without either of you. I can't thank you enough for always sticking with me through all of this. They both look at me with tears in their eyes. You are our best friend, and I could also call you my sister. We would do anything for you when you need it. Please remember that as we move into the future with each other, if either of you needs anything, we will be here for each other till the end of time. Dawn smiles, leaning her head on my shoulder. I will love both of you, like sisters, until we are old gray and chasing our grandkids, if not great-grands, around trying to keep them in line, laying my head on top of hers. 0. We all burst out laughing as he takes the stage. He pins me with a quick-eyed look, telling me to tone it down. His eyes sweep over the crowd and women panting, holding their breath, to hang on to every word he is about to say. 0. Good evening, everyone. His voice floats over the floor as women wipe the drool from their mouths. I am honored that so many people have come to celebrate this turning point in my life that sometimes I can't believe has finally arrived. Before tonight, I did not know what this day would hold when it came around. My father has been putting together lists of high noble ladies that we're able to stand by my side as a future wife, along with being a queen of this kingdom. Until yesterday, I did not know who that would be. As some of you know, it is a miracle when one of our kind finds a true mate. As most of you know, my father never found his true mate, but chose my mother, where theirs is a profound and passionate love, but not a love you find with your mate. That is what most of us want to find in our lives, love along with our hopeful mate to share all of that with. I had given up on mine until yesterday, when she appeared in the castle, pulling me towards the most delicious scent ever hitting my nose. I want to introduce you to my mate, fiancé, and soon-to-be wife, Princess Skylar Everly. He holds a hand out as all eyes swing toward me. People start clapping while women growl as my feet walk towards the stage to him. My hand lands in his as he helps me onto the stage area his dad is standing on. Looking over the floor, I would be dead about 1,000 times over if looks could kill. There were so many looks of hatred on their faces, as if I had just stolen a piece of candy from them in a store that they were about to put in their mouth. So he nudges me on the side, telling me I need to say a small speech as his arm pulls me, wrapping the other around my waist. I am honored to have this from the gods that decided to match the two of us together. When I came here, this was the last thing on my mind. My friend invited me here, trying to help with my heartache that was very hard for me to get over, where I put myself in a shell over a year ago. It took them dragging me here to make me leave my house to come to this. Little did I know that fate was working against me when I walked through those front doors. the prince started talking to me a little bit. As we kept running into each other, he was more by my side. As the day drew on, I found my heartache slowly fading, replaced by a new tug happening the more we spent time together. When he asked me, before the ball, to say the commitment pledge, showing that we would be committed to each other for the rest of our lives, we agreed to say it to each other. Justin holds my hand up, showing the ring. Oh, there are grumbles in the crowd as he starts to speak. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to my future wife and your future queen when we decide to take the vows that are required for us to become one. 0. A few claps become louder until the entire room hears thunderous applause over the speeches. Everyone stops to bow to us up on stage before returning to their snacks dancing or whatever they want to be doing. People come around as we walk the floor, congratulating us on our engagement. As the night gets later and later, my body slowly gets tired from everything that has happened today. So Justin looks down into my tired eyes. Are you ready to call it a night, love? 0. Letting out a long yawn, my head bobs slightly. It has been a long day. What time is it roughly? He pulls out his phone. Around 3:30 in the morning. My head jerks back. What? 0. He chuckles, pulling me against him. Having so much fun, you did not realize it was that late? Oh, no, everyone here has been so nice and polite to talk to since your announcement. If it were up to those women spearing me with those drop-dead looks, they would have killed me over 1,000 times, laying my head against his chest while we finished the song we were dancing to. He drops his head to my ear. They know better than to attack the future queen. They may shoot you death glares, but that will be as far as they go. Looking up, our lips are only a few inches from each other. I feel his warm breath across my face as he slightly opens his mouth. Could I kiss him? Right now, I have yet to have the chance to do a good one with him. He has given me the freedom to do it when I am ready. Slowly, my head went towards his as he didn't move 1 inch, letting me do it first. As our lips touch, the sparks fly through my body, making my knees buckle under me as his arms wrap around my waist, pulling me into him. His lips are petal soft against mine as they slowly move in unison. My eyes close with the feel of my entire body being on fire right now. He sweeps his tongue over my bottom lip, asking me to open it. My lips respond to it as our tongues touch. They dance, trying to discover everything about the other. I am pulled closer to him as a low rumble comes out of his chest. As we deepen the kiss even more, I get lost in the kiss as we sway to the music while staying engaged for I don't know how long. Finally, I back off to come up for air as my cheeks blush from such a wonderful kiss. He smiles down at me with a huge smile. Now my birthday is complete. I hope to get our first real kiss tonight. That was the best kiss I have ever had. Thank you. I know my face is beet red right now, but I return for another as he complies with my wishes to want more. After the next kiss is over, he sees that he is holding me up because my body has gone completely limp. 0. Here, let me take you to your room. He sweeps me up in his arms, heading out the door. Not many partygoers are left, so we breeze out of the ballroom and head towards the royal hall. As he heads up the stairs, Chance takes his post at the bottom for the rest of his shift. He cuddles me close to his chest as he takes the stairs 2 at a time. When he comes to my door, my hand reaches down to open it. His foot pushes it open. He shuts it again after walking in. He gently sits me on the floor, taking my face in his hands. I enjoyed tonight more than you could ever imagine. He pecks my lips softly. My eyes dart around the room, landing on my closet before the bathroom as a spike of fear skitters up my back. He must sense this as he pulls me onto the couch with him. She will not come back, love. I blocked all her portals, so she can't come through them again to bother you. So, licking my lips slowly, his eyes trace the pattern of my tongue. I don't want to give you the wrong idea, but is there any way you could stay in here with me tonight, please? I hear a sharp breath come from him. If that is what you want me to do, I can assist. Did his mother frighten you that much? 0. Nodding my head slowly, he pulls me to him, hugging me closely. How am I going to keep him away from me? They know where I am, how to get me. He steps back, looking down at the fear in my eyes and how badly my body shakes. I can sleep on the couch to make you feel more comfortable. Give me a second to get changed. He picks his finger up, making a turning motion for me. Let me help get this dress unzipped so you can get changed while I return to my room for my evening attire. Slowly turning around, holding my arms over my breast so that the dress does not fall to the ground, exposing everything underneath his fingers, slowly drag down my spine, making me shudder the entire time as the warmth along with the zip that courses through my body as he does. I can tell he is trying to keep his breathing regular, but with him behind me, my ears pick up on all the quick ones he pulls or how his breath may quiver. 0. I think that is far enough. As he gets down to the small of my back, you should be able to take it the rest of the way. Turning around slowly, I see the blush on his cheeks, but lust in his eyes. Thank you. Give me a few minutes to get this off, hung up, before getting into my pajamas. 0. He steps back, runs a hand through his hair, and lets out a long, shaky breath. I will be back in a few. A rush of wind goes out the door before I can blink. Dropping the dress on the floor, my hands scoop it up, fiddling with the hanger, trying to get it to hang on it right. Trudging into the closet, my hand opens a drawer, quickly, pulling out a pair of pajama shorts and the matching shirt. My friends must have already been in bed because most of the castle was quiet, as the party had gone on longer than I had thought. Pulling on the shorts over the lace panties they gave me to wear with the dress, my hands finally pull the shirt over my head as I walk out, closing the door gently. I enter the bathroom and grab a washcloth. My hands rub over my face, trying to get what was left of my makeup off before lying down. A knock comes on the door as my hands pull the covers over my body. 0. Come in, trying not to show how tired I feel now. Justin pushes the door open, walking in with a long pair of black pants and a black t-shirt that hugs every one of his curves or muscles like it was painted on him. Good, you are already in bed. He walks over to the couch, putting down a pillow before pulling a blanket out from under his arm. He flaps the black wool out, laying his long body on the short couch, putting his legs over the end, where his knees are over the edge, as his legs hang down. Looking at him, it does not look like he is comfortable at all. His eyes are closed, but I can tell his body is tense, because it is not lying relaxed. Justin trying to keep my voice light. Zero. He cracks open an eye. Yes, Zero. Nodding towards the couch. That does not look very comfortable for you. He grunts before shifting a little. It is not a 5-star bed, but it will do for the night. Zero. Lowering my eyes to the bed, flicking them over to the empty side. My shaking voice comes out. Would you like to lay on the other side of this huge bed instead? You do not need to be uncomfortable when I have this huge king-size bed all to myself. Ew. He sits up, looking at me with skeptical eyes. What are you asking for? Blushing at his words. Nothing like that. I want to allow you to get a good night's sleep in a comfortable area. You did say that we were going hiking after lunch, right, Zero? He nods. If you still want to see the waterfall, I want to show you. Pulling the ring off my finger and laying it on my nightstand, so it would be there in the morning when I get up. Come on. I am not asking you to sleep with me on the sex part. I want you to have a good night's sleep so neither of us will be too tired to take that hike. Zero. He slowly stands up, walking over to the bed. Only if you are sure about me doing this, worry. If you snore, I will kick you out of my room altogether, smirking at him. Zero. He grabbed his chest like I mocked him. I do not snore. I can assure you of that. He pulls the covers back, grabs his pillow, and puts it on his side. You have a certain pillow to sleep on, huh? A grin comes over his face. It is my favorite one. It is broken in very well, where I don't get neck cramps. Zero. Scooting close to the edge of my area, he lays down, pulling the covers over him as I settle down on my side. He is more comfortable in this bed than on that couch. Your mattress feels much like mine, he mummers out. You have a soft mattress on your bed, rolling over to look at him. Zero. He nods. I like to sleep on soft things, along with soft covers. It makes my body relax, and I sleep better. He inches a little closer to me on the bed. You know, in my dreams of you, they are nothing compared to what you are in real life. Earl, what dreams are you talking about? Looking up into his tired eyes. Before you came, I had dreams of a girl with your hair color and the same looks. When I saw you at the table, my heart started hammering in my chest, because the girl who had been in my dreams for over the last month was standing there before me. I would see you running in the distance through fields of flowers, or sometimes splashing around in the water with me, but never really close. I could pick out your hair, the color of your eyes, and most of your facial features. Nothing could have prepared me for what you looked like in person. I have been having a few myself, but never told anyone. Each of them was of me being happy with someone. I could never see anything about who the person was, but we would run through the gardens laughing. We walked along the beach, talking with each other while just enjoying the day. Your image was always blurred, but I could see a tall man with dark hair. That is all my dreams would show me, biting my lip a little. He reaches out, cupping my face. I could not have asked for a better mate than you. The gods blessed me with a woman of divine beauty and the personality that was needed to be by my side. Laying my head into his hand, I could not have asked for a better one, either. I had blind love before, but now my mind is clear with the vision of having the perfect mate for myself. Moving closer to him, he wraps an arm around me, pulling my body against his chest. His warmth is so consuming that I almost fall asleep immediately. We are destined to be with each other until the end of time. I will never let anyone hurt you. His whisper fills my heart with joy as my eyes flutter shut, making my body slip into a deep sleep for the night.